Welcome to another episode of High Proof Ashes. I am one of your co-hosts, Jason JV Smoke. And as always, over to my right.
It's me again, Duran. No cool nickname, Put it in the comments. I guess you'll do it at some point. We'll find something eventually, right? Maybe.
Eventually, there'll be that one that just pops up and you're like, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm pretty fond of my own name, though. So.
I mean, there's no reason why you can't stick with it, but then, underneath we put the little nickname or whatever. So, might find a good one.
Yeah,
there's a lot of creative people out there, they might find something that fits really well.
Yeah, maybe.
So we'll see. So we are at it again, and we are going to bring you, I was flirting with some names here, but like the El Cheapo episode.
Hell yeah, man! You want to smoke and drink on a budget and have a good time? We got it for you, bro.
Got you, man. We
got you. This is it right here. This is the. You can drink both of these bottles and smoke this cigar for under $50.
So if we're talking like just a single pour with the cigar, if you dig and get the deals,
yeah,
you can do it for $5.
Yeah.
$6.
Yeah.
You can do it. Let's go with 6.
Yeah. 6 is a good number.
Yeah,
is a good number.
$6. You really can have you a pour and a cigar for $6.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the cigar, we're gonna run with the AJ Fernandez classic. We love AJ.
Yep.
AJ Fernandez, New World, Cameroon.
Yeah, man. One of my favorite everyday sticks.
This is one of our absolute favorite everyday sticks.
Yes, sir.
One that I never run out of. I try my damnedest not to run out of this.
But the local lounge carries this, so
it does.
For me, even if I run out of them, they're sub $10.
They are, yeah. Even at retail, these are sub $10.
Sub $10. So
that's a great price.
It's a phenomenal price, man. So and I really enjoy them, right?
Yeah, it's a great cigar. And if the Cameroon isn't for you, there's several other New Worlds.
Absolutely.
There's a Connecticut. I can't think of all of them. There's a new one that just came out.
There's a red label. I can't remember the names of all of them.
Right, I can't remember them all either.
Oscuro? Is one of them an Oscuro?
I can't remember. This is the one that I've,
fell in love with.
I fell in love with this one. Yeah,
me too. This is actually the cigar we connected on. If you remember, when we first started kicking it, we both talked about sticks that we smoke on a regular.
Yeah.
And we were both like, yo, we like the AJ Fernandez New World Cameroon.
That's right.
He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
just, this is one that I will throw at anyone and say, gotta try it.
Yep.
Even if you don't like it, it's one of those you gotta try because it's such a great cigar at such a great price.
Yes.
And you can find it everywhere. The box is super simple. It's a cardboard box. So they didn't go crazy on the box.
They did. It's an economy cigar.
It is. It really, really is.
But it don't smoke like an economy.
It does not. So we're gonna get in on this, but
bourbons.
Tell us about our bourbons here.
So we got 2, right? Both of these are from classic distilleries. So we've got the Heaven Hill 6-year, which you can only get in Kentucky. Actually, both of these bottles you can only get in Kentucky, from what I understand, right? So the Heaven Hill 6-year, this bottle is less than $20. Okay.
Crazy.
Then you've got the old Bardstown made by Willett, and it is a bottled in bond, so it is 4 years, 100 proof. This one is 90 proof, but the old Bardstown is about $25. Okay. So both of these bottles only get in Kentucky. Unfortunately, you can buy them online and have them shipped, right?
Right.
But you have to get it in Kentucky. And again, today we just got the El Cheapo episode, man.
So we're talking. If you don't know, a 750 milliliter bottle, you get about 25 ounces. So so you do a 1 ounce pour, you're talking $1 or less.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, man.
Right. And with the cigar, like we said, even at retail is sub 10. So even if you pay retail for both of these, you're still under $10 for a cigar and a pour.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna run with this El Cheapo episode. So
let's rock.
Let's rock with the cigar. This particular one is the Toro box press.
And we're fans of box presses, if you didn't know. Hear me and my temperamental lighter go. There we go. Only 3 clicks this time around. Get a good little char. Just a good stick, man.
Yeah, that's just, I love this cigar. And you know, we could have went even cheaper.
Yes.
I mean, there are some truly budget cigars that I have.
Yeah.
You know, and they're short filler, whereas this is a long filler cigar. And so like I could smoke one of those and get this and be at you know, definitely at complete retail under $5.
Here's what I will say.
But
one knock on this is how fast I can smoke it.
Well, yeah, but I think that comes down to the flavor profile and the strength are absolutely perfect for our preference.
Yes.
That's really what it boils down to.
Like, it's really close to a full body cigar, not all the way there, but it's really close to a full body cigar. Great flavor profile for something that's sub $10 retail. And again, I won't say how much you can actually buy them for if you go searching, because I don't want to, you know, disturb any brick and mortar businesses. But if you go searching, you can find these for a really, really, really good deal. But it's just a great cigar for the price point, man. Like, it's so hard to beat.
Yeah, and the Cameroon, like, I am a Cameroon fanatic. I love Cameroon wrappers. Just that creaminess, the smoothness, a little bit of woodsy, you know, kind of more like tree bark kind of woodsy.
Yeah, there's only one I don't like that I've had.
What's that?
That's the CAO.
What you mean?
CAO Cameroon.
Oh, yeah, but I think that's probably because of the base materials, right? The filler and the binder, just whatever they used, it just didn't lend well to the Cameroon. At least it didn't lend well to our
palates.
Palates, yeah.
But every majority of the Cameroon cigars that I smoke, I'm 100% in on.
Yeah, but this one, it's just at the price point and for what I get, it's hard to beat.
And that is a testament to AJ.
Like, I just have to say that this is the best Cameroon for the price.
I think so.
On the market.
I think so.
Like, hands down. Now, I mean, I'm not going to say that there's not a $30 Cameroon out there that's
probably amazing.
Right. Yeah. But you put $30 against what I pay for this. I mean, I can buy so many of these for that one cigar, and it just doesn't even hold a candle to it, you know. So
I mean, when you think about it, like the smoke production, the construction, like, this is still very much a traditional AJ Fernandez, right? So you get all of the amazing construction and great things that they do in a budget price.
And that retro is just
this
thing blows me away every time I smoke it. It really, really does.
Yep. And here's the crazy part: like, if you've seen this cigar from afar and didn't see the price on it, you would probably think it's more expensive.
And you wouldn't think it was all that special either.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so get into the band. I mean, it's a nice band.
It's a nice band.
It's not overly luxurious, right?
No,
they didn't go crazy with the band.
But it's very much better than a lot of your cheap cigars.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
You've got a dual band on this one, right? With the green, gold, and red inlay, and the New York. You know, me being a New Yorker, I love. Or I said New York, New World, right? You know, but me being a New Yorker, like, you see that New World and it just kind of catches your eye because it kind of resembles, you know, New York up there. AJ Fernandez across the band underneath the New World. And then realistically, my eyes aren't good enough to see what's printed down there, but it looks like some people, maybe some water in the background.
Yeah, there's like ships,
some
back
clouds,
there. So
some
it's
ships.
like New World, right?
New
so
World,
people sail into the New World.
It's a whole new world, like, you know that thing. But amazing looking band, right? And then the beautiful thing is when you open this band up, is the AJ Fernandez inside,
right? The signature,
inside.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know what I'm saying? So on the back here, we've got the little red box back there, you know, with the AJ inside of it, man. And like, overall, I think it's just a good looking cigar. You know, again, I would think it's more expensive than what it is just by looking at it.
Yeah. And especially when you smoke it.
Yeah.
I mean, so one of the cool things I love about the band is that even though there's like 5 different New World, versions out there, each primary band is specific to the cigar. So it's
Yes.
not like they just have one main band
No.
and then they just change the lower band to tell you it's Cameroon.
No.
The top band is
It's
specific
different.
to the Cameroon.
every
All
one.
the other ones have a different color scheme.
Yep.
And so like I just think that's pretty cool that
I do too.
like they personalized both of the bands.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So as you can see, man, like the construction on it is great though, right? Like a good tight ash, a pretty close to even burn there, right? Smoke production is phenomenal, right?
Yeah, like it. Yeah, this is one of those ones that for everyday smokes, it's probably in my top 3.
Yeah,
it'd be hard for me to say which one's 1, 2, and 3. I think, but
it's just hard to beat, man. Like I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah,
like
I completely agree with you.
When I'm out and about at a cigar lounge and I don't necessarily like their selection and they've got this bad boy in stock, because I'm always going to buy something at a new cigar lounge,
right?
Regardless of how many times I've been there, I'm always gonna buy something,
right? And it never disappoints. It never disappoints.
No,
and it doesn't hurt your feelings to pay $8 for it.
No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Could we say this is a cigar that smokes above its price?
Oh, definitely.
I think so.
Yeah, but when we have a little like we have a list of cigars that smoke above their price point, but that list tends to say, okay, you paid 10 to 15 and it's worth more.
Yes.
But this is one where I would say, let's put it in that list, even though it's not a $10 cigar.
Yeah. But
like it smokes.
You could probably, if they really, really push the issue, I think you could
maybe
get $11. Like you can take it over 10.
My only thing is like, this is an $8 cigar that smokes like it's a $15 cigar.
Yeah.
It doesn't smoke above 15.
No, not even close. Like
I don't think so.
Like I was being generous when I said 11. Like I don't want, if it got to 11, I'd probably rethink it. But
yeah, this is definitely a sub $10 cigar that smokes above 10.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But let's get into the bourbons. So I'm going to go with the lower proof one first, the Heaven Hill.
So I'm going to start with the Old Bardstown.
Okay. I haven't had this in probably 6 months.
Well, so I haven't touched that bottle since the last time I brought it into the lounge, which was probably over a year. One thing you will notice is, if I'm not mistaken, these are both
They are both plastic screw tops. Yep. So definitely tells you how classic they are.
I'm going to keep it light. I have had both of these before. Not going to make no bones about it. I'm going to try this Old Bardstown again and see how I feel about it.
And I love that both of these are the kind of classic, square bottle with the long neck. This one's a little bit shorter, but
it's a traditional bottle.
It's a traditional shape.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing's probably had the same shape for 200 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. So it says since 1788. So 225 years. Like, wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Now let's see what we get here.
So yeah.
So the Willet immediately, right? Like, it's a lot of ethanol.
Yeah, so it's funny, like in a previous episode, we've had the Russells 90, right? And this is 90 right here.
Yeah.
And the Russells might be a little bit older, but you couldn't smell the ethanol on the Russells. You can smell it on this.
You can smell it.
Yeah,
man.
You can smell it on this. Like like I can't even get my nose like fully in the glass, Okay, so we've talked about this before. Hell, we've talked about this between episodes about how there are people out there that don't want to enter price into the argument of a bottle.
Yep.
And I think that it's unfair again, I've said this before, it's unfair to not include price into the argument.
I got you.
Right? You cannot compare these bottles to a $200, OFC or whatever, how much that costs. Like, it's just, you can't do that. Like, it's unfair, right? No. So when I think about the price of this, right, this is what, a $15 bottle or $17
like
bottle?
It's less than 20.
Less than
I think
20?
It's like 18, to be honest.
It's not bad.
No.
Okay, this is not bad.
No.
Like, I don't know that I would want this to be like an everyday drinker just because I'd prefer Turkey 101, right? It's a little bit more, like 25 for the bottle.
Yes.
And it's definitely tastier. It gives me the proof I want. I think it's about the same age, but it just feels a little more balanced and refined. But like, if all you had was $20 to throw down on a bottle, that's not bad.
I mean,
it's not bad. It's look, it's a sipper.
There's a lot of, I won't throw anything under the bus.
Well,
there are a lot of things I would drink this over.
Okay.
That cost more.
Sure. But like, we're talking about, this is the El Cheapo episode. So you're on a budget.
Yeah.
You've got 25. I hate to say 25 because then now you can get the 101. So let's say $22.
Yeah.
You've got $22 in your pocket and you want something you can sip, something you don't have to throw some Coke into.
Yeah. Either of these would work.
I would do this.
Yeah.
If that's all I had.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think so. So for me, the
but what about the Willet?
The old Bardstown.
Or yeah.
Surprisingly, I like it more tonight than I have in previous rounds.
So he's had this several times, and when I tell you he has dogged it, like, like he has put it literally in last place, like to the point where it's like if it was the last thing I had to drink, I would, but it would be my absolute last choice. Like, it's still a sipper, but absolute last choice. So I want to ask this now that, especially now that you're having it now and you're kind of rethinking where you are.
I ain't say that.
Tell me where you are versus like the standard makers or standard bullet, because I know how you feel about those.
I would, the standard makers or the standard bullet
or this, like,
I would drink this.
So I mean, I think that says something.
I would drink this.
Yeah.
So, like standard makers, I'm out. Like, I mixed that. Like, real talk. Like it.
Okay. But I mean, I think that says something, right? To the, like, I hate to say like level of quality, but like,
yeah.
Just
so I don't want to pretend like it's a bad bottle.
Right.
It's not me.
Right.
It's not my palate. Right. It's by no means is it a bad bottle.
Right. Just thinking in the context of, El Cheapo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
Because I mean, like, we've all been 20, went to the liquor store and bought something that we shouldn't have bought, and been like, "Oh, this is
really bad. Like, I can't cover this up enough."
Like, what can I mix this with immediately? Yes. Right? That's not these.
Yes.
Like, if I was sitting with a friend and, we were like, okay, let's drink, but let's not pound a bottle that costs
$80.
$80.
Yeah.
I could do this. Right, so, but I did do a light pour. I'm gonna finish this up. Like, the crazy part is we jumped into this episode pretty quickly and spent like we ran through it pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. So this, I think, would be something that you could really introduce someone into the sipping world of bourbon.
Agreed.
And a lot of people, might say, well, what about the makers and the bullets and the the Four Roses and the all those kinds of ones.
I would still go Four Roses.
And yeah, so like I actually like Four Roses, but I'm saying all those names to say that, like, this I feel like is a really, really good beginner sipper.
Yes.
Where you don't really know what you're doing, you don't want to spend a lot of money. It's really easy to go into a liquor store and spend $50+
and be disappointed.
Right.
Right.
And you can't, and these days, I hate to say it, love you liquor store guys, but you really can't listen to them.
Some of them, right? Like
if you trust them,
yeah.
Right? But like, if you just walk into some random store, you've never been in there, or you don't.
Yeah. Well, so the problem is a lot of them are trying to sell aged product.
Well, they're just trying to sell product.
Yeah. Well, but let's say you're specifically looking for bourbon. They're trying to get rid of the bourbon that they've had for a while to bring a new inventory. So they're going to drive you in a direction.
Yeah. I thought you meant like 6 years, 7 years.
No.
You mean shelf age product? Yeah.
Shelf age, right? So they're going to try to drive you towards the thing that they've had the longest.
Yep.
To get it out of their store.
That's right. So a lot of times it's hard to trust them. So that's why we're here to kind of help you. Like, we have no vested interest in what you buy or don't buy.
Nobody pays us to drink anything that we are drinking or
That's
smoke
right.
anything that we're smoking.
There are no sponsorships. This is just us, bringing you bottles that we want to share our opinion,
Absolutely.
of kind of where this bottle lies in the bourbon landscape, or whatever spirit it might be.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Even if we
So-
started getting sponsorships, I still wouldn't change the way we do it. So it's
No.
either we're kind of a take it or leave it package, right? Like, hey, we're gonna give our honest opinions on what you bring to us. If you don't want that honest opinion, you might not want to send us your bottle.
And I mean, look, like there's been plenty of bottles. I think we've talked about it on the podcast where people have been all over the spectrum, and where they land as far as it's great or it's crap,
Yeah.
So a lot of times I end up on these like it's not bad, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
And but these, I would say, it's not that they're not for me. They just aren't really my preference. They don't bring enough to the table.
I'm just gonna be honest.
But
We can
again,
afford more.
right?
That's
again,
a big part of it.
that is a big part of it, right? So again, I'm not on a very extreme tight budget where I can only throw down on $20 for a bottle.
Absolutely.
But if that's where you are, I mean, this is probably one of the best $20 bottles you can get.
Here's the other reason why I would buy these bottles, right? Let's say you're having a get together, and you've got a bunch of people coming that don't drink bourbon,
Yes.
but you want
Oh
to
my
introduce
God,
them
yes.
to something
Yes.
that's a good average bourbon.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with either,
Mm-mm.
right?
And I mean, you look at the labeling. I mean, the labeling's really nice,
yeah.
right? And so like, and then this one's bottle and bond. So we had a discussion at the lounge here a few weeks ago about like, what does that mean, right? And so we tell them, right? And then the question is, yeah, but what does that really mean? Like why bother with doing the whole, legally,
government regulated,
yeah,
the whole
like
nine
what's
yards.
the point of that, right? So the point of bottle and bond was that when it started, companies were making, I'm just going to say spirits, and they were adulterating them. And essentially you weren't buying what they were saying was on the label. Okay? So when the US government decided to do this bottle and bond thing, they said, the US government, are going to guarantee the product that you're getting.
And we're going to also come in and monitor it.
That's right. We're going to come in and bond the building. Yeah, we're going to bond the building, right? And we're gonna have these minimum standards of, it's at least 100 proof, it's at least 4 years, and it's from one distilling batch.
Yep.
Okay, so it can't be a blend of years, and all that nonsense, right? And what the government did to incentivize this to the companies was say, we're not going to make you pay taxes until you bottle it. So now the companies get to defer all these expenses of taxes.
And how much money does that save you?
I have no idea.
Tons, probably.
It's a ton. It's an absolute ton. So there really is an incentive to doing bottle and bond back then and even today. Like, so
I mean, there are so many of the big manufacturers that still
do it.
Bottled and bond. Like, listen, one of my favorites, E.H. Taylor. It's a bottled and bond. All of them are bottled and bond.
Yeah.
Right?
All
so
the
like,
tailors.
when you think about it, like, if you're a real bourbon collector or a drinker, like, you've had an E.H. Taylor, and it's a bottled and bond product.
It is. Yeah,
right?
It is.
But look, we're getting long into the episode, man. Like, you've got to try the old Bardstown and give the people your perspective on it. So I'm going to do the Heaven Hill.
It's funny. The Heaven Hill. So recently the bottle and bond hit the market around here, and people got it, and I think it was like $65, and I just wasn't impressed. And I think I wasn't impressed for the price point. Like, I think I might like that better than the bottle and bond.
Yeah.
I did, like, especially for the price. It's a third of the price. I can buy 3 of those bottles.
But that's also 6 years.
I get that, but the whole bottle and bond, so it's a little bit higher proof.
It's a little higher proof,
a little bit younger.
This is tasty.
It is tasty.
This is tasty.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
I try to take, like, I like this one. Like, I genuinely enjoy this one.
So let's compare it to the Bardstown. So this one's what, a few dollars more, right?
Yeah, a few dollars more.
Get a little bit more here.
You can do a good pour of that one, because it's not my favorite. It's not
I
my
love
favorite.
it. So sometimes we put bottles on the table for like Whiskey Wednesday, where it's like, these are bottles we kind of want, not so much we want to get rid of, but we don't mind if people make a big pour,
you got
multiple
a 4
pours.
finger of that one.
Yeah, these would be one of those.
No, not this one. Like, this one is harder to find than that one. So and it tastes better.
That one. Okay. All right. Let me see. So you got to be a fan of Willet for one.
The wheat is
And I like wheat, but
it's a lot.
no, the aroma is definitely better. The ethanol is way less on the nose than than the Heaven Hill was, for sure. Even though it's higher proof. So I kind of like that. So there's this like funk on the palate that I can't quite place. Huh.
Yeah.
I prefer the Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the old Bardstown. I can't. Like, so here's the thing. It was better to me tonight than it has ever been.
It's still not for me. Like,
it's still not me.
I never critiqued it as much as you did. I think I'm right where I was the first time that I had it, and even the second time. Like, it's not for me.
This is like my 5th or 6th time trying it. Like, it's a bottle that will collect dust in my collection. The Heaven Hill I would pick up before I picked up the old Bardstown, and that's kind of crazy, because it's cheaper.
I'm going to tell you, if that were here, that
all day
would probably be my everyday drinker.
All day.
For the price?
All day.
I mean, as much as I love 101, that's almost half the price.
Yeah.
Like, and imagine how much a handle would be.
All day.
Handle would be like, what, 25? A handle of 101's 40?
All day.
So that's something I could drink every day, the Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Like, so if you can get your hands on the Heaven Hill, like, at least for us, like, we're like, yes. But there are plenty of people who absolutely, I'm not going to say love it, but they think it's a really good bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
But that's also a testament to everyone's palate being different.
Right,
we say that a lot, so that's really a testament to everyone's
like, this isn't bad.
No, by no means.
Still drink it.
It's a quality product.
It is. But if you put these two on the table, I'm going to go with the Heaven Hill.
Blind tasting, I would have a hard time thinking that anyone would pick.
It's funny. So blind tasting, I would prefer this on the aroma, but that on the taste.
On the taste, yeah.
Yeah, because this has a better aroma.
Yeah, but if you're measuring it on a couple of different things, right? So you got to put aroma, got to go with taste, viscosity, all of those different things. So realistically, if you were doing aroma, taste, viscosity, what else would we measure on?
Like ethanol.
Like ethanol.
Both on the nose and on the palate.
Bardstown might win.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but if it would take 3 out of the 4 categories we just named.
Maybe. So it would definitely get for the aroma, and it would win on the ethanol of the nose, but it wouldn't win on the flavor or the ethanol on the palate. So so we need a 5th category.
Yeah.
And I mean price, but like, so blind tasting, there's no price.
There's no price.
So viscosity, I think I got to go Heaven Hill.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the viscosity for me was old Bardstown. Like,
I don't know. They're close. They're close.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not a difficult pick for me because I think the flavor
of the Heaven
I'm a
Hill.
flavor guy.
Yeah, me.
Like, for me, flavor almost gets 2 points.
Yeah.
And so, like,
flavor gets the most points.
That's right. So flavor on the Heaven Hill definitely wins, and so that just puts it over the top, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're at the end of another episode, man. We flew through this joint. El Cheapo.
El Cheapo night, man. We didn't stop.
Well, I think we just gave you our final thoughts. Like, realistically.
Yeah, I think so.
Final
thoughts on the cigar.
Let's talk about the cigar.
Yeah, real quick.
Super smooth smoke for sub $10. Great construction, as you can see, right? Like, still a really even burn. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Good looking stick. Plenty of smoke production. Like, if you look at this thing, like look at the smoke production. Like, that's hard to beat, dude. Like, I think when you're talking about a budget cigar that has great flavor, enough strength, it's hard to go wrong with the AJ Fernandez New World Cameroon.
Yeah, I agree. And like so we're like 30 or 35 minutes into the episode, and like, I mean, we still got a ways to go on this thing. So like, you talk about smoke time on top of everything else that we've talked about, you're gonna get your time worth out of this cigar.
This is, for me normally, like, and we've talked a lot about the bourbon this time around, and we did a little more talking about the bourbon and a little less smoking than we would normally do.
Sure.
So realistically, this is probably an hour or less cigar for me in most cases, if I was smoking it the way I normally would smoke a cigar.
Only because you enjoy it so much.
Right.
But,
So, but I would say this is a good hour and 15 stick.
Easy. Yeah. Very, very easily.
Yeah.
And again, for sub 10, it's really hard to find the sub $10 cigar that is really enjoyable. Like right off the top of my head, the one that comes to mind is like a Nica Rustica.
Yeah.
You can get those for like $6, $7. So, but if you ask me like, hey, come up with another one,
there's not many.
There's not many out there.
No.
That are really good. So, and if the Cameroon's not your wheel,
they have
like,
they have
got like
several
4 or
others.
5 different ones. Yeah. So try this one, or they got other ones. I know they have a Connecticut. They've got a brand new one. It's like a Dorado, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Had it, great. Still not as good as this one.
Yeah, this is my favorite of several, because I've tried the Connecticut. It's a little too light for me, but
it is very light.
It's still a good stick. But with that being said, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, man, wrap it up.
All right. Well, y'all know what it is, man. It's another episode of High Proof Ashes. I'm Duran, and my co-host to the left.
I am Jason JB Smoke, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.